Welcome back to Two Budget Travellers.
Welcome back.
Today we are actually exploring the southeast of South Australia and we are in the town of Mount Gambier.
Yeah, we are. We've made our way approximately 450 kilometres south of Adelaide to what is considered to be the centre of the southeast of South Australia. Mount Gambier holds a special place in my heart. This is where I grew up until about the age of 20. But yeah, we're going to have a look around. I love coming back and having a look around. Everything changes every time I come back.
So we're actually starting our day off at the Visitor Information Centre. You will actually see the Lady Nelson replica boat behind me, which Lindsay will talk about in a moment. So after this, we're actually planning to head down to the local RSL. They've got a really informative war museum. I think we're going to have a look at the Riddoch Art and Cultural Centre, the cave gardens, and I think we might, if we've got time, we'll check out the lakes area.
Yeah, I think we'll head up to at least one of the lakes today. We're actually doing this in two parts, so stay tuned for a part 2 where we're going to have a look at some other great features around Mount Gambier. At the Visitor Information Centre is a replica of the ship, the Lady Nelson. It was the Lady Nelson that Lieutenant James Grant first discovered the coast on which Mount Gambier pretty much sits.
So within the Mount Gambier Visitor Information Centre is actually the Discovery Centre. So that's what we're in right now. This is the first room of the Discovery Centre, which tells a story about Indigenous history, wetlands, and also the local geology. This is one of my favourite parts.
I think
So this is really quite fascinating. Ancient rock engravings have been found in over 30 caves near Mount Gambier, and the district's believed to have the greatest concentration of old Stone Age deep cave art sites in the world. And apparently scientific investigation of these and a search for more began as late as 1983.
this glass walk is so cool. It has fossils underneath, fossils and shells and stuff. Really cool. It's also got some displays on the wall about caves. So that's, yeah, this is really cool. This is probably my favourite part of the display. So the Visitor Information Centre, big tick. It's a great place to come and start your journey. The staff here are local. They have a wealth of knowledge to share with you about the area. And check this out, blue lemonade.
Yeah, so there's actually four flavours and it's inspired by the natural wonders of the limestone coast. So these beverages actually capture the essence of the unique landscape and cherished moments. So grab one on your way out.
Hey, we've just come into the township, the Mount Gambier township, just off Sturt Street. On Sturt Street is the Mount Gambier RSL, and we are at the RSL War Museum.
War Museum, yes, yeah. Apparently within the RSL itself, they've got a small museum. If the museum area is locked, the staff are happy to unlock it for you. And apparently there's 5 different rooms showing collections from
all the wars.
All
World War I, World War II, right through to Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah.
So let's go have a look.
So when you enter the main building, obviously it's just a sign straight to the left. So once you come into the main entrance, you'll just take your first left and then come straight into the main bar area, and the museum is off the main bar area.
There's an amazing tribute in the room for the Boer War and World War I. These faces, there's a whole wall of faces of soldiers from the area who served and sacrificed in those wars. Okay, this has been a fantastic visit. It's definitely worthwhile checking out, putting on your list of things to do in Mount Gambier.
Especially, I think if you love to learn about the war and the history and the sacrifices of our soldiers, you could easily spend quite a few hours here.
Yeah, there's so much to look at, so much physical stuff to look at.
Yeah.
Photos, names, everything.
Yeah, they've done it really well. So just a short walk from the RSL is the Riddoch Art and Cultural Centre, which I think is meant to have some exhibitions, is that right?
Yeah, art gallery. It's one of the biggest art galleries in the southeast, so
Yeah.
we're going to go check that out. Now the Riddoch Art Gallery is inside the Riddoch Cultural Centre.
Arts and Cultural Centre.
Arts and Cultural Centre, which is just off the main corner of Mount Gambier.
Good morning, how are you?
So we're going to have a little look around. At the moment, our gallery spaces are closed, so I'm
Okay.
unable to help with that.
Okay.
We do have ourselves a gift shop over here, and our volcano film screens in about half hours.
Okay, all right, great. All right, so there you go. So unfortunately the exhibition rooms are currently closed at the moment, but there is a gallery shop to have a look through, and the lovely lady has just told us that we can actually watch the volcano film, which starts at 11 o'clock. I found something to buy. Can I get this one, Lindsay?
No, I don't think so. This is the little blue man that will tell you a little bit more about
It's not the little blue man, it's actually called Cast in Blue.
Cast in Blue.
Cast in
Well,
Blue.
it's a little blue man, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Now, being a Mount Gambier boy, this place holds some pretty fond memories. This was the town hall for Mount Gambier, and we used to do all our school productions, or a lot of school productions in this building. Up the stairs is the dress circle for the old town hall. Behind me is pretty much the entrance to the town hall and where you would have gone through to the seating.
Let's head upstairs and have a look. So you can see how old this part of the building is.
This was the original exterior facade of the building, the side facade of the building.
Wow, so you're blending the old with...
This is all brand new. Well, not
Brand
brand
new.
new. It's probably considered fairly old now, but it's all brand new to me. So. Okay, this is the dress circle. What was the dress circle of the town hall? It's been pretty developed now. There's a fake floor in here, or there is a floor in here now, a screen, so it's basically a small theatre. The main stage of the old town hall is now used as the display area for the exhibitions, the art and exhibitions. Now, just outside the cultural centre is Cast in Blue. It's an art piece, basically, apparently celebrating the ancient natural history of the limestone coast. It's supposed to represent the marsupials, or embodying the spirit, apparently, of the prehistoric marsupials in the area that come up from the caves into an ecological story through curiosity and imagination. Now, Chantel's wondering, what were you wondering, huh?
Do you think I've got enough of a resemblance yet
Well,
between
I think all you need is the blue. Okay, we have had a bit of a break in the weather, so we've actually made our way just to the southern side of the Riddoch Art Gallery, and it is the Cave Gardens. Now, the Cave Gardens is basically a sinkhole surrounded by beautiful lush gardens that have been planted. But the sinkhole itself, it's around 30 metres deep and was a source of water for the early settlers. Now, if you're wondering where all the stormwater comes when it rains heavily in Mount Gambier, this is one of the places. Where the water goes after that, well, it's going down to the underground aquifers that are basically all throughout Mount Gambier and the southeast.
At the top of the cave garden, you'll see behind me, there's actually a beautiful grassed area. If it's a nice day, you can have a picnic. There's bathroom facilities and there's a wishing well, so you can make a wish and hope it comes true.
This is so impressive. The force that must come from this water. This is not even the peak winter yet, so this is it's coming down pretty hard, but middle of winter, middle of a heavy rainfall, and it would be so impressive.
So we have just made our way down to Mount Gambier's most visited attraction, the Blue Lake, which took us approximately a 5-minute drive from Mount Gambier's main street.
Yeah, the Blue Lake itself is actually considered a dormant volcano, and it is the supply for all the town's water.
So a few people have asked us, can you swim in this water? And I absolutely probably could. It looks amazing. But like Lindsay said, it is the town's water supply, so that is a big no-no.
We definitely don't want people skinny dipping in the town's water supply.
Absolutely not. So I'll just show you how beautiful this lake is. So it looks quite a dark blue grey colour. We're actually here in June. However, if you're here from November to March, it is a beautiful bright blue aqua colour, and when the sun shines off it, it is just incredible. So if you can get here during those months, absolutely do so. There is actually, you can just see in the distance over here, is actually the pump station, which was built in the 1900s, and you can actually take a tour to the pump station, and they will actually take you down to this area here where the pontoons are in the water. We don't have time for that, but I reckon that would be quite incredible to see. You can actually walk all the way. There are walking routes all the way around the lake. So I think we're going to go for a bit of a wander.
Yep, let's go.
So just going for a walk along the paths of the Blue Lake. The Blue Lake is here just on our left.
Yeah.
Beautiful path that goes all the way around, and surprising, it's actually, we're here on a Saturday, and it is one thing that I found so beautiful. It's really peaceful. We've seen a few people, but other than that, we've had the place to ourselves.
Yeah, it is fairly quiet, and winter time is probably the quieter time of year for Mount Gambier. Summertime it tends to bring a lot of visitors. The Blue Lake behind us is one of the two major lakes here. The other one is the Valley Lake. The Valley Lake is almost the main one because you can really get up close and interactive with it. Ski boats, swimming, all that sort of thing. I probably wouldn't recommend swimming in there, but it's great for ski boats and stuff. Unfortunately today it's closed because they are resealing the road entry that goes into the lake.
There is a beautiful little picnic area. If you've got kids, there's a really lovely playground, and there's actually a little animal park. So you can bring some little food with you and walk through the animal park. We've seen kangaroos and wallabies and koalas and things like that. So when it is open, definitely get down and check it out.
What we're looking at here is the main road that goes between the two lakes, the Valley Lake and the Blue Lake. And what we have is a really good look out here that actually is accessed by going under the road. So we're going to go down and have a look. This actually goes down and then it crosses over to the Blue Lake for another lookout.
So just a tip, a word of warning, if you do come to Mount Gambier in winter, make sure you're really rugged up. It can get very cold.
Yeah, it's pretty fresh here today. So this is the underpass that goes under the road, that road between the two lakes. Plenty of parking up there. And when you come out on the Blue Lake lookout. You're on the other side of that road. And this is probably one of the main Blue Lake lookouts. It's turned into a little bit of a padlock wall, but this is the lookout from here, or the view from here. Great view. There's the pumping station over there.
We're going to check out the Rook Wall lookout, which we actually saw from the other side of the lake. It looks like there is a heap of steep stairs, but we're going to give it a go. I'd like to say that this is a lookout right here, but I don't think that's the case. Well, the Rook Lookout is only a few steps up. I didn't realise. It's actually the surge tank that has all the steps. So let's keep going up. A few more stairs to climb up to this little lookout, and then I think we're going to have some pretty good views of the lake. That brings us to the end of our part 1 series of exploring some of the areas in beautiful Mount Gambier.
Yeah, it does, and thank you so much for joining us. We love taking you along for our little journeys. If you can help us out, please like, share and subscribe. That really helps us along and just helps us bring you more content like this.
So stay tuned for part 2.
Stay tuned.